welcome everyone out to Dublin High School. We're here with new head coach for basketball, Ben Smith. And Coach, thanks for taking the time out. You're in the gym today. You're working with these young men. From what I understand, you pretty well hit the ground running, Coach.
Yes, we started Monday, and every day since we've been going every day this week. Every day last week, coming in early, getting extra work in with different groups at a time. So Friday we're not taking the days off. It's a short amount of time, so we're trying to get as much work as we can in this period of time.
Now, Coach, you believe in hard work.
No doubt.
Everything I've seen about you, everything I've watched you over the years, everything everybody says about you, Coach, you believe in just hard work. You believe if you press on, if you work hard, you'll get the goals you set out to get, and you're implementing it right away here. Now, as a rule, basketball usually has a short couple of weeks window, before football kind of like takes on life around high school. So, you're dealing with that. So about how long will you be working out with these young men?
The month of June. It's allowed to start in May, but of course I just moved. I had to finish up my school year in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So I got here June 1st. We started practice June 3rd. We end June 30th. So Coach Holmes has been gracious enough when we have games and we need to go out like tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow. The football players that I have, he's allowing them to go with us. So and before they really dive into their thing in July.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and like you said, hard work. That's what I'm trying to instill in the guys. The first week was more so about attitude more than S's and O's. Just like the expectations of how hard we want you to play and understand that anything we got, it won't be given to us. We have to work for it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Coach, I'm glad when the ball's in there, you're watching it so it don't catch me.
I got you. That's my point guard vision. I still got it.
I know you do. And so let's take it way back. What was it, 06? You helped lead, or you led the Fighting Irish to a state championship on the hardwood?
Yes, sir. 2006. I still beat Thomasville 96-84. And our first one is still like when I walk, it's hanging up now. I walked in here Monday, I still just get not to be cliche, but just thinking about it, the
chills.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
Who don't it give chills, Coach? I'm
Yeah.
sitting here, you talking about it, it gives me chills. I know it does you, because it's such a pivotal part in life for not many people walk around with a ring.
Exactly.
Not many people at all.
And it's just even though that's just one day, it's just a symbol of years and years of chasing it. Because we lost in the Final Four the year before, just having a goal is nothing like, that for anything in life. Mm-hmm. Just setting a goal and then achieving it, and then with people you grew up with and 4 or 5 years old and the community, it's nothing like it. And I talked to them about that the first week, just how much when you show the right stuff and do the right thing, how much the community supports, and it's something that lasts a lifetime.
Yeah, it sure is. Coach, they're different philosophies, so I want to know your take on it, knowing the character you have. When you have players out, when you have a team out, no matter if it's on the court, if it's on the field, if it's on the mat, can you really coach that part that a lot of people call guts? Can you really bring that out of young men?
It's a difficult thing. I believe that you can, but I do believe that certain kids are just built with more, But I feel, just personally speaking for me, even though I always prided myself on playing hard, once I went to college and was pushed more, I found another level of myself. Yeah. So that's what I believe my role is here, because we have a lot of kids, because you always had a certain standard. You thought you was playing hard, but you had a lot more left in you. Yeah. So I do believe in that. With the stuff, myself and my staff, we're gonna push them to find the next level of their stuff, which will, in translation, find the next level of our team.
And how you feel about the program coming in, Coach? I know you look back, I know you see what you got coming back from last year, and you see what has been successful and what you need to work on. Speak to us on that, will you?
For the most part, I think the program has been successful over the last part. Coach Williams did a great job. I think they went to Elite 8 and Final Fours when he was here. He had a talented group. An older group more of the last year. This year we have some seniors and some guys who played and didn't play as much, but I definitely think we have a lot of talent in here. Just has to be a little cultivated, putting our system in on them and stuff like that. But far as just a talent standpoint and skill and physical standpoint, I think we're pretty fine. I haven't seen much of the region, but just what I have over the last 2 or 3 years, I know we'll be competitive.
No doubt about
No
that.
doubt about that.
Look forward to you lighting up the gym in here each and every week, and that season. You know, it's a different shape you got to be in for basketball than other
doubt.
sports, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's I keep going back to my playing days, but yeah, I was a guy who was asked to play a lot of minutes and all through my career, and I just know how a lot of teams lose games because they're not in good a shape. So you could play 2.5 quarters well, but as the third and the fourth quarter get there, you get tired, you start making mental mistakes, physical mistakes. So this, like I said, that's another thing, we're testing them physically and mentally. Because if we were in a good basketball is a different type of shape. But if you go into the game in better shape than the other team, then you're already up on the scoreboard.
Right. You can last the full time. I know what you mean, Coach. Coach, now let's talk about some of the players. I noticed you working with a couple of bigs over here just a minute ago. Let's talk about some of the people you'll have coming back and who you think you're going to be able to draw it out of.
Well, we have, I was just working with, we call him Donut. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah. Everybody knows Donut.
Yeah. Donut. We have Quay King. My Eli. My guy. Can't remember Eli's last name. But those will be probably our bigs, and those guys are all. The beauty about them, they bring different things. Quay is probably the more thin one, but he's the more skilled. He's long. Donut brings a physical factor that you can't teach. Eli is long and athletic with good. He can work on his hands, but a soft touch. Then at a guard standpoint, we have Kendall Wade, who also plays football. DJ Wright and his brother JT Wright. Quay Ashley, who will be a sophomore, who's I think can really be a good player. You know, just all those guys. And the beauty of our David Folsom, all those guys are quick as gnats. And so, like we was talking as a staff, I don't know if we have any what you would say, quote unquote, blue chip basketball players, but we have a lot of good players who are interchangeable, which provides us depth at pivotal spots.
Coach, who you got helping you this year? Who are your other coaches?
I got my coach, Sherrod Brantley, who also played here. He played on the 2009 state championship team, attended University of Georgia. He isn't here yet. He had to finish up his, in Atlanta, he was coaching, and he has one more week. He'll be here next week. And I have Andrew Johnson. He's in here right now, coached at Twiz County. His wife works at the school, so brings vast experience. He played college basketball, so we have a knowledgeable guys and a lot of guys who understand the Dublin tradition, and so they understand what it means to win in this community. So that's something I was big when we was putting the staff together. That was something I was big on.
Talking to Coach Ben Smith here at Dublin High School. We'll take a short break and be right back, okay?
This stop was put in the made four-way intersection on April the 24th of this year. If I'm not mistaken, we had 2 fatalities in 2018 in this intersection. And so far this year, we haven't had any, and we're hoping this is going to alleviate that problem. Complete stop is a total cessation of movement. That means you are at a dead stop. You're not still rolling, you are stopped. The wheels are no longer turning on that vehicle. That is a stop.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
All right, back with you, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you feel the emotion in here already, Coach. You feel the excitement. The community is talking about you, how excited they are to have a quality coach come in. Not that they hadn't had quality coaches, but to have someone born and raised, to have someone whose family is just intermingled in our community, who just your mom, for example, know and love her, and she does so much for the community. just a class act, as one would say. What do they tell you whenever you're coming back into town? What's your mom and all say?
My mother was so excited. I mean, when I first proposed the situation to her, and she just was like yelling, like, take it, take it, take it. My dad was a little more reserved, even though I could tell he wanted me to take it.
Yeah.
But just the outpour for the community has been great, man. It's got me so excited, just wanted to come work, not taking anything for granted, because like I said, playing on those teams, I know what that team meant to the community.
Yeah.
And then me going forward in my career, those same people followed me throughout my college career, throughout my professional career. And I think they know I bring a certain character, for watching me all these years, and they know the things I built on as a player, I'm gonna put that into our team. So I think that's why a lot of excitement comes. So even if if whether we're great or we're whatever, they know it won't be for lack of effort and lack of attention to detail. So, but the community has me. That was I can't wait. I always I felt like it was bigger than me, bigger than me coming in here. I just thought it was and then one of my former teammates being principal now, so I just felt it was all organic.
Yeah. It's just meant to be.
Yes, sir.
And what a perfect time for you, and we trusted it'll play out just that way. All right, but let's talk just a little bit more about family now. You grew up here in the community. You saw what the community could do when it got behind and supported a team. You were on that team, but now growing up, we want to step back just for a minute and let's talk about some life lessons. I want to know just a little bit more personally about you now. The community watching and really want to know. Tell us about your dad growing up. What did he instill in you?
No shortcuts, hard work. My dad used to always tell me, you're gonna be short, so you have to be special. But definitely on and off the court, no shortcuts. Be accountable for the things you do. You know, look a man in the eye when they're talking to him. Just lessons I couldn't even, just life lessons that I still live by to this day. And as basketball, I have a short story for you.
Please.
We was playing in the summer league when I was probably like 10 or so. So my dad was the referee. So we made a comeback. We was down a couple of points. We made a comeback. I got fouled to go to the free throw line. And I made the first free throw to make it 49-48. Then I made the second one. And my dad called a lane violation. He said I stepped on the free throw line with like 2 seconds left.
You said no, Dad.
Yeah, so that we lost that game. I cried, but I haven't had a lane violation since then. At the end of the day, it was nobody's fault but mine.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And he was going to be fair no matter what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you respect him even more to this day.
Oh man. It's not even. I mean, it's like. It's hard to put into words, especially with me being a father now.
Right, now.
Like now, it's like even more I understand now, and like it's just even a deeper appreciation. Like my dad was my best man in my wedding, so
awesome.
it's just one of those things right there. That's not to be cliche again, but that's truly my best friend.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what a lesson that is for young fathers out there who trying to get their young man to live up, or young lady to live up to a standard. Because we all have to live up. We all got to be accountable for what we do. And your dad could have just let that go, you stepping over that line.
Yeah.
But fair is fair, right is right.
Right, true as
And you mess up, you mess up.
Yes, sir.
But you learn so much when you mess up in life, or when you fall short, or if you lose a game. You learn things, man. You learn a lot of things, don't you, Coach?
You learn a lot more in losing. Well, I won't say a lot more, but once you lose, you have to grasp. It's a lesson in it, So you come back the next time and you don't lose. If you're gonna lose, you don't lose the same way. Or either you correct that so you win the game once the opportunity presents itself again.
All right. So again, it comes down to what we're made of in life.
Yeah.
And you can coach that part of it. You can coach character into young men. You can coach that drive to want to win and that teamwork. You're gonna always have some kids who just got it, and sometimes you can't teach guts. You can't. Sometimes talent, they got it and they got it.
Yes, sir.
But you can teach that teamwork. You can teach that unity, that family unity. And I know that's what you got for us here, Coach. Let's talk about some of the maybe camps and things that you got. You say you're about to go to a camp.
Yes, we have Ben Smith with Dublin High School. We're having a youth camp July 15th through the 18th.
Okay.
For all ages 6 through 16. But for us, my team, we have our first set of games tomorrow. We're going to East Georgia to play in a few games. We have 3 games tomorrow, and then we have 2 games Thursday. And then we play like a little tournament style. So it could be up to 7 to 8 games. Mm-hmm. Next Monday, we go to Vidalia for a couple of games. Next Wednesday, we go to East Lawrence. And then we have like 7 to 8 practices, and then Wheeler County comes in to play us. Mm-hmm. So we have maybe 9 to 10 games. It's always good to, go against other teams in the summer, see where you at. But I also wanted just to focus more on us. That's why I didn't want to play 40, 50 games this summer. I want to get in here with it being a coaching change, because with any coaching change, whether it's at Dublin or at Kentucky, it's going to be difference in philosophies. So I just want to make sure the kids understand what, as a staff, we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, let's, like you say, you got to bring it all into your philosophy to what you're doing now on a major change like this.
Yes.
But Coach, let's reiterate on that time when you have a camp for the little kids. When is that again?
July 15th through 18th.
Okay.
It'll be right here at Dublin High School. The time isn't set yet, but probably 9 to 12 each day.
Okay.
If not 9 to 12, it'll be 12 to 3, but we're leaning towards 9 to 12 each day.
Okay, and you're going to put that out there on your Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook, I'm sure we'll run it by the newspaper and all this thing, but we'll advertise it where we just got the dates set like maybe 48 hours ago. So we'll start spreading the word.
Okay. And Coach, I know you got a lot going on here. You got a lot of young men in here, but just real quick, remind us about your family, your wife, and your son.
Yeah, my wife, Tiffany Smith, we're going on 3 years now. I've been my girlfriend since 2010.
All right.
Yeah, and we just had a little boy 18 months ago, Miss Benjamin Ray Smith.
All right.
It's head full of hair. If you haven't seen him, that's gonna be the first thing you notice.
Yep.
But yeah, those are the two cornerstones of my life. You know, everything I do involves them. Every decision I make in some type of way, you know, they're involved and at the head of it. So, yeah, that's my family. I love them to death.
Yeah, and we're proud for you, and we're glad to welcome them into the community. You know, we all do. We as a local station invite you, you know, to be right here with us and to share in this story because we know it's going to be a successful story, Coach.
Yes, sir.
We wish you well.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it,
Hey,
man.
go get
Thanks
them.
for coming out.
Thank you.